John Leo and Football Mark. Welcome, Mark.
Hey, John.
How you doing today?
I'm doing.
See you repping Columbia there. I love it.
Yeah, Raw Lions Raw.
Yeah. All right. To start the show, we're gonna cut to a clip of Kevin Durant.
I mean, they playing two or three guys only sometimes when I'm off the ball. They, mucking up actions when I run off stuff. I see Horford leaving his man to come over there hit me sometimes. They just playing two or three guys hit me wherever I go, and that's just the nature of the beast in the playoffs. And um, I feel like I got a couple good shots there in the fourth that just didn't go down, but I see a few of their guys around me every time I get the ball, or when I'm setting up, and so I got to be more patient, but also play fast sometimes too, and off the ball, just be able to move a little faster, screen a little harder for my guys to get free. But yeah, just watch film and get better.
Even though you're down 0-2 as a group, the game's been right there for the taking in these first two games. What's it going to take to take back control of the series moving forward?
Yeah, just finish it. I think we're doing a good job of starting games all solid and putting ourselves in position, and just got to finish it. They hit some big shots there in the fourth quarter. So, we got to knock down some shots too.
Kevin, are you at all surprised at how Ime has been able to get this Celtics team playing the type of defense that they have? You guys have history with each other. Did you, I guess, see this coming for how he's getting them running?
No, I mean, when you play simple defense, like switch everything, then you got length like they got, it's just sitting in the paint, basically playing the zone, so it's easier for every player. You don't got to chase over screens, or you don't have to, just fight over stuff. You can use your lane to sit in the lane and help and execute the game plan. So when you simplify the game, it makes it easier for your players, and I think that's what Ime did.
I guess.
And so, what did you think about the Nets losing in Game 2 and what Durant said there?
They got outplayed. He would. They played zone every time they were hitting him, moving him around, pushing him out, pushing him out pushing him out of his comfort zone, making him take shots, contested shots. I mean, they blocked the shot, they stole.
Second half.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often. I don't think you've ever seen that since they've been playing together.
Do I think the Celtics can maintain that? No. I think he'll figure it out. I think they'll figure it out. I think when they go home, I think the momentum they'll get some momentum from Kyrie and KD. They should play well there. I think KD will figure it out, and it's going to be hard for them to come back 0-2. I don't think it, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, you've said from the beginning this was going to be a tough matchup for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Celtics got one of the best defense of teams in basketball. They figured things out. They struggled early in the season. The chemistry they have there is really good.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it before where teams go down on the road and they come back at home. So now they got to go to Brooklyn.
Correct. So my thing is this next game is going to make them or break them. They go down 0-3, it's a done deal.
Oh, yeah. This first round has taught me what I already knew, which is I know nothing about the NBA.
Right.
Because we saw in Chicago beating Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's they played well, but they're not going to beat the Bucks. Yeah. I commend them for that. They played a good basketball game.
Yeah. I think one of the big stories of the first round has been the injuries. You have Milwaukee lost. Middleton was out. You had what's his name? Scotty Barnes go down in Toronto. He's hurt, and then the big one, Booker, out in Phoenix, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. What do you think of that?
Yeah. Phoenix can still win that series without him, so he can rest. So hopefully they better hope he can get back After
That's a problem.
yeah, because if Booker doesn't come back, they're done.
So who do you see from there? If Phoenix drops off, I would think Golden State are the ones that
Absolutely.
benefit the most from that.
Yeah. Hopefully, Golden State can stay healthy.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, like that's we talked about a couple of weeks ago, a week ago. We are talking about the healthy teams. The healthy teams, they end up in the championship. You know, the Raptors, or Toronto's done. you know, um, Golden State, if they're healthy, they might take the West.
I don't know if we gave Philly enough credit. Embiid with the big winning shot there, Harden there. I think maybe we underestimated Philly a little bit.
I'm not underestimating. They still haven't proven anything to me. They're playing Toronto with three guys. They're three down, and they're not. It's Toronto. And they're not. I mean, they're a good basketball team. They're not championship material.
The other guy.
If you want to impress me, if they, impress me by beating the Bucks, beating my
the Heat.
Yeah, or beating Philly. I mean, not Philly, but beating Miami. Harden's still not playing great basketball. He's.
The NBA is just loaded.
Yeah, I'm not impressed by Philly. I'm not impressed, but we'll see what they're going to do. I'm impressed by Embiid. I'm not impressed by Harden. I mean, like, I've watched a couple of their role players play decent this game. Because they're playing Toronto. And a couple of these players are hurt.
Even Minnesota and Memphis are in a throwdown.
Yeah, well, guess what? Yeah, I knew that was going to. I knew Memphis. They will figure it out. They're going to be tough to beat. They're going to be in the finals, in the Western Coast Finals. I think they are.
That who will be? Oh, Memphis.
Yeah.
We got also. I'm impressed with the Pelicans.
Yeah, they're playing really good basketball. Like, I'm really impressed with Ingram. The physicality that he's bringing to the game in his game.
Him and McCollum together.
Yeah, that's a good combination.
And he put up 37, and McCollum put up 23.
Right.
Yeah, they're playing really well together. Two guys that came from different. Ingram bounced around, came from LA, and then you got McCollum came from Portland. And they're coming together there. I mean, they're
CJ's always been consistent. He's always been this. He's been that guy. He's a consistent basketball player, underrated. Ingram's starting to the potential the potential that he had when they drafted him. That he was supposed to be the next KD. Big size. The size. He's gained some weight. He looks good out there. He's finding his way through the NBA. I like what I see with Ingram. I'm really impressed with him.
There was a quote from I think a couple of years ago where LeBron said he didn't want to trade away all the young players and then watch them succeed somewhere else.
Yeah, we discussed that too. Well, we discussed that. Yeah, that's why LA's in the predicament they're in. Can you imagine if they had Ingram with AD and him? I wouldn't have traded. They should have traded. They should have kept Schroeder. Schroeder.
They traded Ingram. I think Ingram was in the AD trade.
Yeah, and I get it, but I mean, if they could have kept him, that would have been that would have been kind of nice. But
so you like Schroeder because they didn't feel like I remember Magic said he wasn't a true Laker.
Yeah, it's Magic's from the old school. He's got that mentality. But at the end of the day, they won basketball. They won a championship with him.
Right.
He was a big part of it. he felt he played well with those guys. He did well with them. Why would you break up? Why would you let him go? And that's the situation. I guess he wanted the money. They didn't want to pay him that money. I didn't think they thought he was that good. They didn't want to give him that money.
No one paid him the money.
Right. They should have gave it. They should have gave him the money though.
Yeah. Well, that's what he wanted to test the market, and the market didn't give him what he thought they were going
They
to
should
give
have
him.
kept him.
Yeah. No, everyone can't be a scorer. You got to have those guys that are the glue. Schroeder's one of those glue kind of guys.
Correct.
The Lakers. Yeah, I think we all could see that Westbrook and LeBron and AD, that it didn't look like it was going to be a combination that worked.
Yeah.
And it
I don't
didn't.
know. It's hard to figure Russell out. It's really hard. It's hard to get him in this to kind of, I don't know. Everywhere he's played basketball it's just been a disaster.
Yeah.
Either he does really well by himself, and when I don't know, this is the worst I've ever seen him. I mean, he's a really good basketball player. Don't get and he's just struggling with the Lakers. He just can't fit into their system.
No. Then we got in the NFL, Deebo Samuel wants out of San Francisco.
You better figure out how to keep him.
Yeah. I'm hearing that he doesn't want to be this, what do you call, like gadget kind of player, running back and wide receiver, because he wants to have a longer. What'd you say?
Hybrid.
Hybrid. He doesn't want to be a hybrid because he wants to have a longer career. You're going to pay me like a wide receiver. He wants to get paid like a wide receiver, but then at the same time, they're using him kind of like a running back. Running backs don't have as long of a career. Running backs haven't been getting paid the way wide receivers are. So he wants to be a true wide receiver, not a hybrid.
Yeah, but they don't use him. They use him in multiple situations, like when they play offense. He keeps the defense unbalanced. You don't know what you're going to get when you see him out there. You put him in motion. You put him in the backfield. You do a lot of things with him. You slant him. You want to give him the ball much as you can. And I get it. You're a running back. You take a lot of hits. Your career is going to be a short career. But yeah, they better figure it out.
What do you think of a lot of these guys that are they're not happy? I think Kyler Murray took the Cardinals off his social media. AJ Brown took the Titans off of his social media, and I think Deebo wiped off everything 49ers.
Yeah, let's go with Kyler Murray right now. He struggles without D Hop. He was exposed.
Yeah.
Plus he was hurt though. You know what I mean? He couldn't do the things that he normally does.
I could see him with the Vikings. He was a Viking fan growing up. I think they signed Cousins to a 1-year deal. I could see him in Minnesota.
Murray?
Yeah, he's not happy. I'm not sure that when you see hesitation like this with the Cardinals, they know we're not 100% sure if this guy is the guy that we thought he was. Like you said, he got exposed at the end of last year. You're seeing they want to pay a guy like that. You want it to be a Brady, a Rodgers, a Breeze, a Russell Wilson. Has he shown that?
He's still a young quarterback. He's still young. He's been in the league a hot minute.
That playoff game was a disaster, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was ugly.
I mean, he's a bona fide starting quarterback in the NFL. But would I give him the money? Yeah, I mean, I would, because they got D Hop there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would get another. I would try to draft a receiver, trade for somebody's. So he can get it back. Well, they got it back. He was good with the RPOs. I don't know. I would probably give him the money. there's not really not too much that you could, you really don't have too much of a choice,
And you're probably right there, but I think this is a response to Rodgers getting guaranteed money, Watson getting guaranteed money, Adams and Hill getting huge deals. I think Hill had a lot of guaranteed money in that contract. So now you see guys like McLaurin, AJ Brown, Debo, Kyler, Lamar Jackson wants to get paid. They want to get paid. They're seeing these other guys get paid, and they want to get paid. And we're seeing now how much their teams really love them. Do they love them as much as a Russell Wilson or a Devontae Adams? I'm not seeing it. Like you said, they might not have a choice, but I don't know. It doesn't look like the Cardinals want to pay him what he's looking for.
Yeah, they need to give him the money, but because if D-Hop they're going to be competitive when he's healthy. But my thing is AJ Brown. They better give him the money. Yeah, they better give AJ the money. They need to.
Yeah, he took the Titans off his social media. He's pissed.
Yeah, and they better get the Washington Redskin wide receiver. They need to give him the money too. So
and he'll be practicing, but he won't be. Well, I guess he'll be working off the field, but he won't be on the field. Now, right now, it's not mandatory. McLaurin, that dude, he's a beast. He's a worker. I don't see him holding out. That would shock me. Plus, he's on my fantasy team. So
yeah, but you know what, John? Like my thing is now these guys are kind of like wising up and going for the money. It's not like the old days where like I'm going to be committed to the team. The team is not committed. They'll trade you in a heartbeat. These guys better get the money when they can get the money. I said, yeah. Go play football somewhere else. If you're not valued there, go somewhere where you're going to be valued.
Right. Well, I think it's also a response to the NBA. I think these other guys in the NFL and other sports, they're seeing the leverage that NBA players have had over their teams, where they are more involved with decision making. They're just more. They have more bargaining power. They have a lot of power in the NBA. The players do, and the NFL, they haven't historically have had that, except for a handful of guys.
Well, the superstars do. That's the difference. But Aaron Rodgers, look what happened. Like he played that game. He's playing games out there, and Devontae Adams is like, "Yo, look, I'm going to go get my money." These guys are going to go get their money. If they're going to get their money.
We haven't seen that in the NFL. This is new for the NFL. We've seen it in the NBA that started.
That's the key. That's that thing that when Devontae Adams left Green Bay, you're going to see a lot more guys not want to stick around and play with these superstar quarterbacks. I'm going to go get the money before I sit there. And for me, if I was in their shoes, the money would be more important to me than a championship. I would like to win a championship in the process, but it's a business. It's a business. I'm going out there to play football. And I'm going out there to make money.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not here to. I want to take care of my family. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely factors into where they play. I mean, even with Adams wanting to play with his guy Carr from Fresno, I always keep wanting to say Oakland. In Vegas. Not all. We talked about it before. Not all guys want to play in Green Bay or Buffalo. They want to play in Miami. They want to play in Vegas. They want to play in LA. LeBron wanted to go to LA, but he wanted that whole Hollywood connection there. He wanted to make Space Jam. So guys have different motives, different. There's a lot that goes into it. Just because Green Bay drafts you doesn't mean you're going to want to play in Green Bay for 10 years. So.
I wouldn't want to play in that icy tundra. No dome. If it was a dome, yeah.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to play out there, Wisconsin.
Before we end the show, I want to go back to, because I know you're a Brooklyn guy. What did you think about? I think it was Stephen A. said that Durant is the softest player that he's ever seen.
Nah, Stephen A's got it. Yeah, he just wants to throw things out there. That's what he does. He starts all this controversy shit so he can get money. He wants to keep everything. He's never. Sometimes he's on point. Sometimes he's way off. He's like, you know, he's way off sometimes. And that's that statement he made that he's ridiculous. It's nothing soft about KD. I mean, they played good. They banged him around. You know, he'll figure it out. You'll see another. You'll see a different KD. At he's a finesse player. Look at him. Look at his body. What is he talking about? He's soft. You know what I mean? They pushed him around.
Yeah.
When everybody else is playing well, then you have the opportunity. You know what I mean? He's getting triple teamed, double teamed. They're playing zone. They're making it real difficult for him. They banged him around a little bit. He's not soft. So KD can, even Perk, they talk about he got punked and all of that shit. Guess what? Wait till you get to Brooklyn. You're going to see I promise you'll see a different KD next time. Like he said, he's going to be more patient. He's going to do a lot. He's going to figure this shit out. He's a veteran. He's Kevin Durant. He scores. He's a bad man.
I was instigating you a little bit there.
He'll figure it out. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, that's what he does. He likes to challenge things, and like sometimes he's way off. He takes a lot of L's out there. He looks kind of crazy. That's his thing. He gets paid to do that.
And what about Kyrie giving the finger to Boston?
Yeah, I don't know. He got him riled up. I mean, I guess you're competitive, so you only could take for so much. So he's going home now. He's going back to Brooklyn. I guarantee you, he's going to really play. He's going to play good basketball. He won't have a bad game next game. They'll be back.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Mark. I'm going to thank you for being on the show.
Absolutely. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. And I'm going to end the show with a clip from the fathers of Carl Anthony Towns and Ja Morant going at it in the crowd. I thought that was hilarious. Did you see that clip?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah. I'm going to end the show with that clip, and we'll see you all next week.
Specifically on the sidelines, and I'm here with the two fathers of the two stars out there, Carl Anthony Towns Sr., T. Morant. Listen, brothers, I've been hearing y'all jawing back and forth. Are you a little nervous right now? Because Memphis right now,
about what? The last time they had a lead, I seen people leaving 5 minutes early. I don't know. The game wasn't even over yet. Like them young people say, that's all cap. That's all cap. He lying. What makes it bad? They get a little lead. Now they want to talk. Halftime, they be like, oh, we scoring now. Oh, hey, we ain't had no lead. Hey, look at this. We ain't ducking no smoke. We gave first win, so y'all will feel like y'all was in the playoffs. Yeah, well, guess what? Y'all ain't never won in the playoffs, so welcome back. Hey, boy. Yeah. Hey, y'all out of here. Yeah, guess what? You don't dismiss. You got to catch up to our one. You're one behind. No, we tied.
It's 44-38 right now. Timberwolves up. I got to ask you. Betting is legal in certain states. Is there a little friendly wager going on?
No. Hey, correct the score. The other son's jersey. Don't worry, he already went baggy clothes. He'll be fine. Hey, no, don't worry about it. He gonna catch hell putting on my son's jersey. They always said this too. A big person is always the better on the inside.
See, this is what we've been getting here on the sideline. It's entertainment off the court, entertainment on the court. This is T. Morant.
Hey, yo. Go Wolves.